Well, hi everyone. I'm Lucy Lothian, and I'm going to talk about our new Fundraiser Apprenticeship, which is being offered by the University of Kent. And I thought I would start by sharing some of the benefits of joining the Fundraiser Apprenticeship programme. So, the apprenticeship will provide apprentices with the necessary skills, behaviours, and knowledge, which we refer to as KSBs, so they can identify, build, and maintain relationships to raise financial, so income for the charity, and non-financial support, such as raising awareness for the charitable cause. The programme will ensure apprentices have a thorough understanding of the different sources of income, such as major gifts, legacies, events, corporate, trusts and foundations, community, and individual giving. And apprentices will also learn how to contribute towards the implementation and execution of fundraising strategies, projects, and plans. And they will also come away feeling really confident in areas such as conducting analysis, understanding research, managing data, stewarding supporters, and fundraising legislation, and building relationships. And although there are obviously benefits of the programme itself, there are also benefits of joining the University of Kent. So apprentices will join a leading academic institution, which provides a really supportive study and work environment. And the programme is designed and delivered by academics from the Centre for Philanthropy, who are experts in the charity sector and who specialise in a range of relevant disciplines, including philanthropy, major giving, and legacies. And apprentices will benefit from the range of knowledge as well as hearing from experts from beyond the university. And that includes teaching contributions from leading consultants and fundraisers and strategic philanthropists. And the course will be led by myself, Lucy Lothian, and Dr. Beth Breeze, who co founded the Centre for Philanthropy in 2008, as well as launching the university's master's programme in philanthropic studies. And you will also be joined by Becky Phillips, who led the Trailblazer group that created the Fundraiser Apprenticeship. So we are really delighted that she's part of the academic team. And we're all experienced in fundraising, and we've worked in numerous fundraising roles for a range of charities. So we really hope our knowledge and experience will be incredibly useful to the students. But I think above all else, we're all extremely passionate about building capacity and confidence in UK fundraising and making sure fundraisers understand that best practice so they can be the best fundraisers that they can be. So the course will be delivered mainly remotely, but with two-day residentials at the University of Kent. One will be at the start of the course in mid-April 2023, with the other taking place later in the programme. And these will be a great opportunity for apprentices to come together face to face and to spend time in person with the tutors. And the programme is delivered through a combination of teaching methods to provide apprentices with a varied experience, all of which are shown on screen. Apprentices will have access to the University of Kent's online Moodle portal, which is a platform designed specifically to support the delivery of teaching and learning materials and activities. And apprentices will also learn by doing through practical experience within the apprentice's workplace, with a minimum of 20% off the job training. And this practical experience is considered essential to develop and enhance the apprentice's knowledge, skills, and behaviours, including things like problem solving, strategic thinking, interpersonal, and communication skills. And the course is split into three modules, each covering 4 units. So the first module starts with an overview of the course, including what is expected of apprentices, course activities, and how progress will be monitored to ensure the apprentices are ready for the endpoint assessment. And the first module will give apprentices an overview of fundraising, such as the different types of fundraising, as well as looking at some of the ethical and regulatory considerations. And it will also cover aspects such as relationship fundraising, support motivations, and the importance of recording data and gathering insight. And Module 2 explores some of the key fundraising concepts and principles. And this includes understanding the components of the charity's case for support, the different communication methods we can use to support fundraising efforts, and how we can effectively steward supporters. It will also cover the importance of accurately recording data and understanding financial principles such as budgeting. And the final module will help to develop the apprentices' problem-solving skills with a focus on finding solutions and when is it necessary to adapt our working style. We will also examine the external market and explore internal and external analysis techniques and the components of a fundraising plan. And the course will conclude by drawing together what apprentices have learnt during the course and preparing them for endpoint assessment, which I will talk about in a few minutes. So we've added term dates on screen, but the programme is due to begin the week commencing the 20th of March 2023 and will be taught over 3 academic terms. It will take 13 months to complete before students can undertake the endpoint assessment. And we thought it would be useful to give an example of a weekly session. And although this might start with a seminar and presentation to provide an overview of, for example, legacies, we also want sessions to be interactive. So we will be including things like polls to gain the apprentices' opinions, group discussions, videos that showcase and highlight key points, lots of breakout groups to encourage peer discussions. And we will also invite along guest lecturers who are experts in the relevant topics that we will be discussing. So apprentices hear from others who are working in or really knowledgeable about the fundraising sector. And apprentices will receive 2 core textbooks for free in hard copy as well as ebooks. And they will get these at the start of the apprenticeship, which will be really useful resources throughout the course. So the programme will be studied over 13 months full time, and that's for those working 30 or more hours a week. And this will then be followed by the endpoint assessment, which typically lasts for 2 months after completion of the 13-month programme. And although there is no formal assessment throughout the apprenticeship, we will be undertaking formative assessments to monitor apprentices and progress and ensure they are ready for endpoint assessment, such as through skill scans, so to check skills are developing, and end of unit quizzes, and regular progress meetings. And it is also worth noting that apprentices are required to have level 2 in English and Maths before they can undertake the endpoint assessment. So apprentices are required to undertake an endpoint assessment for the Fundraiser Apprenticeship standard. And all apprentices must spend, as I mentioned, a minimum of 13 months on programme before the assessment period begins. And the endpoint assessment period will only be arranged once the employer is satisfied that the apprentice is deemed to be consistently working at or above the level set out in the occupational standard, and that all the prerequisite gateway requirements for endpoint assessment have been met and can be evidenced. The endpoint assessment must be completed within 2 months and consists of 2 assessment methods. So assessment method 1 is a case for support pitch, presentation with questions and answers. And assessment method 2 is professional discussion underpinned by a portfolio of evidence, and the students will create that portfolio as the course progresses over that 13 months, collating all the evidence at the end. Performance in the endpoint assessment will determine the overall apprenticeship standard grade of fail, pass or distinction. And on successful completion of this programme, learners will have achieved the Level 3 Fundraiser Apprenticeship certificate. So thank you very much for your interest in the Fundraiser Apprenticeship course. And please do contact us if you would like any more information using the details on screen. Thank you.